Hello everybody. It is a beautiful cloudy day in Toronto. It is October. It is not quite warm, but not quite cold yet. So we're in a really nice sweet zone in terms of October weather. I figured today I had a little bit of time, so I was going to go over to Riverdale Park because I know I haven't been there yet to show you guys. We've explored Cabbagetown a little bit, but I'm just like, this is kind of the chance to go full in and see what there is. And hopefully everything's out. But in the meantime, let's head up. Hey, Juanita, good to see you. You're always like my number one as soon as you come in. I'm just gonna call you my deputy from now on, because that seems to make sense to me. Welcome, we're just leaving the village now. So this is kind of, this is Mutual, I think? Maitland, this is Maitland. We're heading on Maitland and we're heading east. Gonna check out Cabbagetown, our favorite place with Randy, of course. And yeah, gonna see what's out there. Hopefully your day is lovely. It is a beautiful day here. Things seem quite peaceful, which is always the best way for things to be. I like to pretend. Beautiful fall day. We got some lovely colors over here. It's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the park, because I felt like that would be a good thing to show off right now, because like Toronto's not the most colorful tree city, but we're definitely not the least. As we walk by a couple interesting places I can show you. The other day Randy was talking about like Vaseline Tower, and while this isn't Vaseline Tower, my friend did live in this building for a while, and it is also kind of shaped round, which is interesting.
Share it, right?
Yeah, it's a nice place. Actually, I haven't seen that friend in a while, so I should reach out and see what's going on. He is one of those few friends who actually like actively makes an effort, and I hear from him every now and then, but certainly not all the time. This is the school where I sometimes have to go vote. This year more than most. We had to go vote like 2 elections in one season. That's a lot. I will say there's something kind of funny about when a car is pulling out and they see you with the camera, and then suddenly they're just like, oh no, what do I do? Just to show off the skyline over here a little bit. What kind of trees those are? I don't know if they're native, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were. And just the sheer amount of I love how when the ivy changes colors, you can actually see. Oh, soon those will all be down. Don't envy the person who has to clean those ones up. Hey, pigeons. All the little hunters flying away. It's almost at the point where I need to get gloves. Not quite there yet, but certainly getting close. Hey, Jazz, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. For those in the know, yes, we are going to be exploring some of Cabbagetown again. We have to get there to get to the Riverdale Park, and I feel like we got to explore kind of everything else that was in the area with Randy. But I feel like the Riverdale Park is just kind of one of those places that, while it's open, can be worth actually going into and seeing. So there's the mural again. There was a short yesterday. I went over to my friend Rob's house, and he had this beautiful view of the skyline. And there was actually the point, managed to catch it right away, but there's just a beautiful view of a rainbow. But you can see the mural really, really well, which is good too. So there's lots of things that you can actually appreciate and examine. Anytime you get like a good view like that, or anytime you get something that's a little bit different, I'm always just like, let's go for that one. Let's try to grab that while I can. Oh, construction. They got to try to get as much as they can before everything goes away. I really do love that mural. I remember when they were painting it. It was literally like either when I had just moved into my place in St. Jamestown or just after when they had finished it. But yeah, I just think it's a really beautiful piece. Although it's definitely faded now, unfortunately, but you can still get the gist of it. Still very big and bright and beautiful. Well, hopefully everyone's having a good day so far today. Hey Timmy, good to see you. This is gonna sound weird. Timmy, I think you were in my dream last night. But like specifically, you were actually like, instead of living in Nova Scotia, you actually just lived across town and had been pranking me the entire time. So, yeah. I don't know what that says. I don't have dreams very often anymore, but when I do, they are usually strange. Was I chirping? No, not quite. Not to my knowledge. It wasn't you. It was like you were, like I had communicated with you online somehow. But yeah, it was specifically you for some reason. Juanita has not been in one of my dreams yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time at this point. Also, I have to say, over the past couple days, everyone's been I've started to do my mustache like this, and ever since I have, like, a lot of people have been kind of crawling out being like, oh my god, I love your mustache. And it's like, I've never been complimented on my facial hair before, and I kind of like it. That was my astral powers. See, I believe that. Remember that like Jackie Chan Adventures cartoon? And they had that one, I think it was the sheep talisman that would like astral project people? Yeah. That was a good show. A good cartoon that's been absolutely, completely forgotten by everyone and everything. If you watch that, let me know. I want to make sure it wasn't just a fever dream I had. This was the building my friend used to live in. I haven't spoken to him for a long time, but he's now, if anyone watches the YouTube channel Dungeon Dudes, he's one of the Dungeon Dudes. But him and his partner were like super nice, super sweet people. Then he had a falling out with another friend, and then I had a falling out with that friend too. And now I've kind of just not heard from either one of them in a couple of years. But that's life, that's what happens. Actually, if I had astral powers, I'd be on a beach right now. Same. And just like that is a fair assessment. It was the one where the old guy was always saying, one more thing. That's exactly it. I do love how like Jackie Chan makes an appearance at the end, but they did not cast Jackie Chan as Jackie Chan in the cartoon, which, to be fair, was the right choice. Let's be fair. One more thing. And like he had the spell, and the spell was always Humo Gwe Gwe Wai Di Fao, or something like that. I remember that very vividly for some reason. This was back when I wasn't allowed to watch TVs that had magic in them because they were evil. One more thing. I definitely feel like I'm going to have to look that up later because I'm just like, I would love to rewatch those. They were actually pretty good. I mean, media exists all over in every type these days, so. By the way, if anyone sees anything interesting and you want me to check it out, just let me know. I'll head on over. I've been drinking kefir lately. Do you like it? Kefir is interesting. I have had kefir. Joel used to actually make it pretty much every day. And we had that as like a thing that we put in our smoothies for the longest time. But then we stopped making it. I can't remember why. I think it was because the bottles weren't taking or something. Or maybe that was the ginger beer we were trying to make. But yeah, we didn't do the milk kefir because turns out I'm sensitive to milk. Joel's sensitive to milk. My ex-partner was also like super allergic to milk, but he was allergic to the casein protein. So he didn't actually get to, experience the whole thing. But yeah, I have like a soft milk allergy, I like to call it. Get too caught up in the conversations, I forget to actually look at the things. I heard the homemade type is better for you. I just get the store-bought ones. I mean, fair. Ooh, kitty. I wonder if this is a friendly kitty. Is he still under the car? Hey, buddy. No, the cat's playing cat. Hey, Keegan, good to see you. All right. I'll stop bugging the kitty. Keegan, next time you're in Toronto, first off, break all the legs on your show. I hope it's awesome. And next time you're in Toronto, you should come do a walk with me. I'm actually trying to convince Katie to do that as well, but I don't see her enough these days. Like the brick house. Yeah, that's a beautiful one. Actually, it's kind of funny. If I didn't notice this before, but like they're pretty much identical on either side. There's that one there. And then there's pretty much the exact same on this side. They mirror perfectly, but I'm just like, what a perfect house if you're doing like a movie about witches. Specifically like a Sabrina type feel. I wish my house was brick facade. Thanks, definitely would be down to join you. We'd love to have you. That'd be so much fun. I love exploring Toronto. I wish my house was brick facade. Actually, it's funny, most of these buildings over here are brick, which isn't super common in Toronto when you think about it. And just like lots of gorgeous houses here. Even this one here, I'm just like, it might not be. And the Halloween decorations. Oh, they have a 0. I feel like, okay, this might be like a controversial Halloween opinion, but I feel like most people don't have a snake allergy anymore, but I still feel like a lot of people have a tentacle, or not a snake phobia anymore, but I feel like a lot of people have like tentacle phobias now, So I kind of feel like everything that used to be, you know, one thing or the other are now just more tentacle based rather than like snake based. I don't know. Maybe it's because snakes aren't as common anymore. Like those leafy hedges too. How do I get hedges? I have a spider phobia. I hate them. I also have issues with spiders, but yeah, they are, I understand that they are necessary, but also, why are they so gross? Oh, thanks for joining me today, folks. Oh my God, like, I feel like the past 2 days, I have been recovering from that super long walk I did. I'm just like, oh, I have to build up my stamina a little bit more. Spawns of Ungoliant. I feel like that's probably from something, but I don't catch the reference. I'm gonna guess Warcraft? More Halloween decorations. A lot of wind flappers. Here's the Cabbagetown flag. Actually, that's a really cute house. From Hobbit. Oh, yes. I mean, if you hate spiders, it's a bad one to go for sure. It's nice to see people getting into the Halloweeny spirit. I am hoping, I remember a couple of years ago, there was the big rainstorm for Halloween, and it just completely, like, everyone was on the street and just absolutely miserable. But hopefully this year's better. Hopefully things are nicer. We had heavy rain last night and thunder. Yeah, it certainly seems like that's the kind of night that would be had. Are you a fan of thunderstorms? Because I know I am. I love thunderstorms. But I like thunderstorms as long as I'm inside. If I'm inside, thunderstorms are the best. I've always wanted to be in Toronto for Halloween. If you can ever make it one year, like, this year's gonna be huge. Because they're doing it, Halloween's on a Friday. So they close off the street at Church and Wellesley for Halloween. And then this year they're actually having like a festival the next day. So not only is it Halloween, but it's also kind of like Halloween plus Halloween festival. So All Hallows Eve and then Hallows, I guess. I do kind of like thunderstorms, yeah. I mean, they can be really beautiful. There's just something about, I find there's something about the energy of a thunderstorm. You can just kind of feel it. I don't know about you, but I feel it in my nose, where it's like you get that scent. But yeah, kind of want to do a Ren Fair in Ontario or something someday. We don't have any in the Maritimes. I've actually never been to a Renaissance Fair. I would love to. That would be awesome. I wouldn't be able to stream it, but that's probably better. Let's be fair. I remember there was one that happened in North Bay, like when I was a kid. So we're talking like late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, do I remember anything much about it? Not particularly. But this is the park. Or the north of the Riverdale Park. That tree is beautiful. Like, look at that one. That is a great gradient of color. Right there. This is one of the first parks Randy took us to. But I'm just like, even just here, I'm just like, that's stunning. Oh, I'm glad I came here right now, because this is like a perfect time to come. Oh yeah, look how pretty that is. know my friends, like, there's a lot of Ren fairs in America, and I have a lot of friends from Orlando who come and do it there. So, yeah. I wonder if that's like an anywhere but Maritimes thing. I will say, Joel's talking about, like, if he inherits his mom's house at some point, would we move out there? And I'm just like, I would consider. And I think if I did, I would try to start up a fringe festival in Fredericton. So I'm just like, you know what? They don't have one. It would kind of be a good place for it. So, meh. I think Quebec and Boston are the closest. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. I actually don't, like, I haven't looked up Ren fairs at all, but I'm sure there must be one in Toronto. There has to be. There has to be. New Brunswick, yeah. It's like, it's very much like a down the road, dozens of years in the future type thing, but I'll visit if you move to Fred Vegas. You know what, Fredericton was actually like a lovely little city. I thought it was adorable. No, I kind of think it'd be nice to as someone who grew up in small town, I do think it'd be interesting to kind of go back to a small town after, like, Toronto. And Fredericton kind of seems to fit the bill, so we'll see. Or Motco. I don't know where that is, but I assume it's close there. Hello, Danielle. Mukto is pretty close to Fredericton. Okay, good to know. This was the cemetery that Randy took us through. It's the one that has, well, Jack Layton's buried there. George Brown, who is a prominent Canadian political figure, is buried there. We also have George Romero was the one that I was just like, what? Why is he there? But yeah, creator of Day of the Dead, buried in Toronto, despite, I'm pretty sure, the fact that he wasn't Torontonian. I'm just like, that's crazy to think about. But right next door, you get these most beautiful houses. Like, look how picturesque those are. They're absolutely gorgeous. Oh. But welcome, Daniel. Danielle or Daniel? Let me know which it is. But either way, happy to have you. Welcome to Toronto. It's certainly an area of Toronto that not many people get to see. But it's absolutely probably, especially with Randy when he came by and was just like, look at all this stuff. I'm just like, I had no idea. Yeah, lots of squirrels. Apparently the black squirrels are a big thing here. So black squirrels aren't as common pretty much anywhere else in the world, but they're in Toronto. There's a lot of them here. The only thing I haven't caught on camera that I really want to at some point is raccoons, because Toronto is actually the raccoon capital of the world. There are more raccoons per capita here than anywhere else. And I'm just like, that is fantastic. We love that. I think raccoons are the cutest and most adorable, sneaky creatures in the world. Big fan, big fan. Raccoons are cute, but I'm sour because they were digging my shingles. I can understand how having property would make them less appealing, but I'm also the kind of person who would be like, I made them a house. So the squirrels aren't quite at like super bulky size, but give it like a month or two and they'll be ginormous. They've started to enter the hibernation period where they have to like, essentially they're bulking up for winter because the instincts have kicked in. But because of global warming, our winter is coming later and later. And so as a result, like the squirrels are just getting massive. So, yeah. We have squirrels that look like raccoons and raccoons that look like squirrels. And this is adorable. I did not realize that they had actually done this up. Like all Halloween-y. Okay, yeah, this was definitely a good call. Global warming is bad, but I also hate winter. I understand the appeal. I get that sentiment, especially as someone who came from Northern Ontario. But the more I think about it, the more I'm just, especially this season, like this year, when I went out to like Calgary and Edmonton, and I heard all the things that are happening out there and how they had a really wet summer and how we had a really dry, like the East Coast had a really dry summer. I'm just like, that's pretty bad. Like that is very concerning. But it's like short term, yeah, less winters, but I'm also just like long term, I'm just like, I don't like what that means or what that could be. 25% Indian, so I need the hot India sun. I get that. So these are the basketball players they forgot to feed. This is the pig and poultry barn. You can see the turkey right there. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's going. Yeah. Should I go to the zoo one day? Maybe we should go to the zoo. That'd actually be a fun trip. If you want to see the zoo, let me know and we'll make it happen. All the chicken, all of the poultry information. But yeah, all of this is like right in the middle of Toronto. Oh, hey, Harley. Good to have you, buddy. I'm wondering, was the hand a purposeful reference to the turkey that we saw? No, that's just a regular sprout. Oh, there's a bunny in this one. You can see that guy. Nope. There he is. Nope, no one cares. You can almost see the bunny. Sorry, it keeps going into the wrong frame. This is where the pig, oh my God, there's piglets. Oh my God, they are so cute. If I go closer, does that become better? Oh. I'm trying to show them, but it doesn't quite work. Well, they normally have like the big pigs out here. There's some ducks. Some more chickens over there. I'd love for you to go to the zoo and visit the otters. If I do, I know where you'll be. Nah, I definitely think the zoo needs to happen now. After I said that, I'm just like, no, that's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Actually, it's really interesting because they actually keep it open all winter. So you can actually go and see like African animals in the snow, which is not something you would think about, but like when it happens, it is something that can come on. And turkeys are there. They also have like the incubation center here. And that kind of goes through all of the pieces there. Don't think we even have a zoo in the province anymore. Really?
The baby six. Look at the baby six.
We don't have Upper Clements Park now either, so very... Huh. But yeah, you can definitely tell that it's like the seasons are changing because everything's a little bit more, you know, tailored to fall at this point. Well, see, here's the thing. I really do want to go to Nova Scotia because my family is actually from Sydney and I've never even been to the city. Like, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it looks like, where we go. I got some goats and chickens. I feel like you have more green leaves than we do at the moment. Sydney, Cape Rapid, yeah. My family's last name was McNeil, and apparently there's like a big McNeil section there. I don't know, my father's not very good at explaining my history or where we come from, but I do know we were on a farm. I do know at one point we were the family in. I love how the other time Randy was talking about Anne of Green Gables, and I'm just like, did you know I'm related to Lucy Maud Montgomery, or is that something that you just pulled out of your head? Just like, oh, the former premier was a McNeil. Oh, well, don't hold that against me. Oh, sheepies. So I guess it's fall season because it looks like all the animals have moved around a little bit because the sheep were on the other side and now they're here. And the pigs were in the stall, but now it seems like they're just two piglets, meaning I'm wondering if the adults have been processed. Actually, if I ever get back to Cincinnati, that would be a fun zoo to go to. Especially if I could bring Rachel. Haven't seen him in a while. Oh, man. Some fights with the teachers' union people were a bit sour, but nothing too good. Let's see. Oh. Oh, this is where they keep, so they do keep the goose here for the fall. I wasn't crazy. Big old goose. Big old goose. Like, those are massive. But yeah, I remember I came here earlier this summer and I was just like, I thought they used this part. And I thought it was for the geese, but they had the geese somewhere else. So I guess this is where they keep the geese in the fall. Tutu, can I get your head? No, just perfectly out of view. Goose, goose. Goose, goose, goose. Yeah, I can very much understand how people would eat Christmas gooses. This was the meeting house, so that's where they have like a lot of gatherings and such. But I think the path is open, so it just kind of opens up to a really beautiful trail that goes by the water. So I'm just like, definitely let's go there and check that out. Oh, they wanted to be on camera longer. That's all I can say. Yeah, this would be where they have like conferences and other things like that. But we'll go down the stairs. This would be a good place for a Ren Fair. It absolutely would. Or even better would be, oh, we could go to the Pioneer Village. That would be good. The Pioneer Village is up in like the north part of the city, but I don't know if I could bring a camera in. It might be weird to stream the Pioneer Village, but maybe it wouldn't be. You never know. This is like the under part of the meeting house. People can come down the path here. And from here we can go to the bottom and then turn around along the water path and we'll see if we can find anything. It might actually be quiet enough where animals may actually be here. I like how, just in case you want to know, no barbecuing. Just so the goose don't get uncomfortable. Yeah, this would be a great place for a Ren Fair. I know, I said barbecue too, and now I'm just like, ooh, now I want barbecue. There's a great place in Toronto I haven't been to in years. It's called Pig Out, and it's over on Spadina and Harvard, I think. But yeah, it wasn't expensive, and it was just super tasty. So maybe we'll get to go there one day. Ooh, maybe that's where I'll take Yoshi. Because we want to find a place that we could go and just like have a time. Is it pricey? No. If I'm recommending a place, if I remember it correctly, it would not be pricey. I can't afford anything. I have no job right now. I think I might have given up on finding a job right now. I think I might just be a vagabond at this point. We have boneheads here, but it's super pricey. That's always the issue, right? I feel like it's more rare to find something these days that's good that isn't pricey. Oh, but Hunter recommended, took me to a place. It's a Japanese food place, and it's in the middle of what's called Grange. It's over on Dundas, and it's this little Japanese place to the side. And we got like a full meal, and like multiple appetizers. Each got a full meal. Each got like a Coke or something. So we didn't go crazy. But it was like less than $30. Just like what is this? Is this like 20 years ago? That's amazing. So this goes up here, and this can essentially go around to the Don Valley pathway. And that goes up like that. I got boneheads because it was 50% off on DoorDash one time. I mean, one time is fine. But I was like, if I didn't specifically tell you this was Toronto, would you ever know that this was Toronto? Cheap food. Honestly, nothing tastes better than cheap food. If you can find cheap, good food, that's actually like, I'm just like, this is someone making something with love. That's the best. But I was like, this is Toronto. How would you ever know this was Toronto? Just from this one space, except for the noise. You can hear the cars going by, but I'm just like, it's stunning. It's just beautiful. This area looks like a valley a bit, I think. Yeah, I believe it. But like this opens up to like the little glade in here. They have the caution tape going across, so that's fine. I'll be cautious. And just like we come in here, then just like look at this. So this is the Riverdale Ponds Restoration section. And these are all the species that could theoretically be here over here. Are any of them here now? No, a lot of them are probably gone for the winter. But sometimes, if you come out here a little bit, we can see something. Hey, Maddie, next Wednesday. Oh, there, it is Yoshi. We were just talking about you. Next Monday, when will you make it to Yonge and Dundas? We have public gardens here. I think 11 a.m.? 11 a.m. should be fine. We can do 11 a.m. And it's like, where else does this exist? You can see the cars in the distance a little bit. But it's, yeah, just look at the colors on the ground even. There's actually other ones too. We can actually go check those out as well. The Great Swamp. Yeah. But it's just nice that there's something in Toronto that's still like so untouched. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still very much touched. It's still very much covered with things, but it's just kind of a nice area to come. And this bridge has been closed for a long time, long time. But I'm just like, just the aesthetic of it is fantastic. I mean, look at that. That's just nice. I mean, who wouldn't want to go over that bridge? I'm just like, guaranteed that's a ferry circle or something over there. Oh, is that? No, I thought that was a turtle. And it turns out it's just a lumpy stick. Just a lumpy lump. And it's like, then you just come over here and just like, if I was to do like more hikes with the camera, I wonder if people would go for that. Because the problem with hikes is that when you go there, sometimes you get like spotty connections with like your stuff, but you know, it's still good. Girl running down the hill. Well, if we go down here, like to the left, this opens right up into, so from here, this way it opens right up into the baseball field at, not Riverdale Farm. Oh, sorry, this is the park from the other side when me and Brian went walking. And yeah. And they have a cute little woodpecker, which I love. I think that's so fun. And then down here, it's another one of the pond areas. And again, it's not the kind of season where we're expected to find. I say that, and there's a squirrel right there. That's just a squirrel. Not gonna lie, kind of scared the crap out of me though. Everyone is talking about baseball lately. Yeah, that's happening, isn't it? I wish I was more like hip to certain things, but everyone's just like, ooh, baseball. I'm just like, you know what's great? Swamps. Let's go to a swamp. Yeah, apparently the Blue Jays are doing really good. I'm just like, you know what? Good for them. I'm sure they worked very hard for it. I'm sure they are very happy with their success. But look at that tree though. Like even just the way that it's been, I don't even know if it's been torn up or if this was something that was like just happened, but it's still growing. Huh. Is the next baseball game tomorrow, Yoshi? Can't make it to Halloween night. I have to work 4 to 9. Oh no. Well, I imagine things will still be going at that time, but oh, look at that. That's so pretty. This reminds me of Northern Ontario. And you're like, this is the kind of stuff I grew up with. Game is 1 at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Yes. Okay. Good to know. Oh, game 1 is at 8 p.m. tomorrow. I understand now. Yes. Yes, that makes sense. The last time I was invested in a baseball season was the season with Kevin Pillar and Batista. And the one part that got me was where Batista flipped the bat. And I was just like, that was iconic. That was so good. There's even now there's actually a mural of that painted in downtown Toronto. And I just like, that's great. I'm so happy that that exists. Oh, and Donaldson, he was the other one. So how many games until we might win the 4 things? I mean, technically it would just be, it's 3 out of 4. So if they win the first 3, this could be over in 4 games. But it depends how they do. I think either way, do they play every day? Because then it would be over in a week either way. But yeah, we'll see. So up there is the chickens. 4 is very unlikely. Very unlikely. Not impossible, but very unlikely. This is the horse pen. You can see the horsies. At least Jays in 6. I expect Jays to win game 1, Dodgers take game 2, making it a little more interesting. I mean, fair. Dodgers are... who are they playing? Who are the Dodgers? Again, not the target market, but here's my thing. If there's something that brings people joy, why would anyone have any opinion other than, you know what, good for you? Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, that's a curious arm position. Just gonna say that. Now this one, I remember there wasn't anything over here earlier when we went, but I always thought this tower was interesting. Like just the way it's actually not fully given over to nature, but certainly on its way. Huh. It sounds like there's something over here. But again, just a squirrel. I'm gonna follow the squirrel, see where he goes. Oh, squirrel's going to the tower. I think it's funny because like my friend was talking about this a while ago. Psychologically, the only real difference between a squirrel and a rat is the tail. But for some reason, people find rats terrifying and squirrels adorable. And it's like, maybe it's because there's Squirrels aren't quite perceived as a pest, so they're not really anything to be feared. But yeah, my whole thought with the game is I'm just like, you know what? It's the Blue Jays right now are bringing a lot of people making a lot of people very happy and bringing a lot of pride to the city. I love to see that. Just find rats annoying because they try to get inside. Exactly. That's exactly what I was getting at. It's just psychologically. We have imposed borders upon them. But yeah, there would also be something kind of beautiful about the fact that Canada has been picked on by America so much over the past little while. That like America right now has a very negative view in a lot of Canadians' minds. And there would be kind of a beauty to beating them at their own sport in the year of the tariffs. Kiao. Yes. Here's my thing with the whole situation is that I'm just like, Donald Trump doesn't even know that Canada's 10 different provinces. Why would he, what is he doing? Most of whom lean way more liberal than most of America. So what are they thinking? This is the Francie barn. On the inside, it's just kind of, they have like the stables and stuff like that. Not all of America. Yeah. What's the thing? It's just like these days when people are talking about America, no one's talking about the people in America. They're specifically talking about Donald Trump and his backwards policies that most people in America don't even support. So it is a crazy system. And it's definitely warped in favor of rich people right now. So what can you do? That's Riverdale Farm. Absolutely one of my favorite places in the city. Yeah. I always feel bad for I have a lot of friends who are down there. And yeah, it's just kind of insane that what's happening is allowed to happen in today's day and age. And that something so warped can pull ahead. So, I don't know. I'll stop talking about politics. Never. But for right now. It really is like a quite beautiful park. Quite a few friends in Seattle area. I've never been to Seattle, but I've always wanted to go. Actually, one of my old roommates is there. The other day I did a walk by my old place. And he's one of the ones who actually was here in Toronto with me, and it was me, him, and Sarah. And now he's gone off he lives in Spokane, and Sarah lives outside Ottawa, and she's now married to her wife? I assume wife. I'll say partner just in case. But they have 2 beautiful children. I'm just like, oh. Maybe 3? No, I think just 2. But, yeah. Oh, nice. Maybe it's the same friend. Probably not, but maybe. At the very least, they know each other. Also, I did not appreciate this house before, but I'm just like, that's just beautiful. Blue and red brick is a bold choice. And I am someone who is not shy of bold choices. You know what? Every time I've done this street, I've walked down Carlton. But let's go down. Let's go down a block and then come back up. We love married alphabet mafiosos. Yes, we do. But literally, like, as soon as we get out of the park, I'm just like, oh look, Toronto skyline, right there. You can see the CN Tower briefly in the distance. Oh man, you know what'd be great? If I did like, one thing that's been talked about is doing a dinner somewhere. And just like, what if I did like a dinner stream at the restaurant in the CN Tower? And I just broadcast it so everyone could see the view of the city the entire time as we're going around. Oh, that'd be so cool. Maybe I'll see if I can do that for my birthday. That'd be great. It's like I can't look right now, but now I have to figure out what day my birthday is and then see if we can do it. I'm scared of heights, even though when I was a kid, I jumped on the glass floor at the CN Tower. See, here's the thing about that glass floor, is that it's a brilliant idea. It's a lot of fun. But the second I get out there, I'm always just like, I know that millions of people have stood upon this who are much heavier and much bigger than I am. And there are people who have stomped on this. This is coded. This is fine. Everything is fine. But I'm always just like, but if I get out there, that's when it will break. I've never actually seen this before. That's, what a cool looking youth center. And Miles Nadal, so he's the one who does the JCC in the annex. So, remember when like people who are rich wanted to put their names on like good important things? And like, that's how we got so much good stuff as like a culture. Gosh, eat the rich, man, eat the rich. That's all I have to say. You'll never guess where we are. So how about from here, I head over to I'll head over to Yonge and then walk up and then see where we go from there. Now we're just instantly back in the city. That's kind of what's crazy about Toronto, is you can walk like a block and then suddenly you're just in something completely different. I think I just missed it, but those squirrels were literally like bounding. There's a gray squirrel chasing a black squirrel, and they were bounding through that jungle gym. One of them clearly like said something bad about the other one's wife, and they're just like, get that name out your mouth. Man, squirrels are really territorial right now, which makes sense. Coming up to winter, probably all of them looking for their places to hunker down. I've also finally started to work on my next year's Fringe show. And I hope I get into places, but I have to start preparing my scripts as if I already have. So that's what we do. Man, I had a friend who tried to convince me to like apply for a bunch of arts grants, and I'm just like, arts grants don't care about Fringe festivals. It just does not seem to be the case. But I have to talk to, I'm hoping to talk to someone named Beth. She's my Fringe mama. And she like absolutely adopted me this year. And we hung out pretty much every day in Calgary and Edmonton. What can you reveal about said Fringe show? Okay, I'll just tell you about it. The show's called Big Shiny Town. And it is all about growing up queer in Northern Ontario to Christian parents, set to alternative songs and alternative bands of the 90s who never quite broke out of Canada. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be very interesting and revealing and engaging and in-depth and heartbreaking and fun and silly, and also just a lot of really good music that most Americans don't know at all. So if you name like a 90s Canadian alternative band who never quite broke out of Canada, there's a good chance they're in my show. If you don't get into Fringe in North Bay, let me know if you get into Toronto Fringe. I'm absolutely going to apply for North Bay Fringe, but as much as I love them, I'm probably going to be out, if everything goes well, I might be out west for it. But if I can come and do North Bay Fringe for like 3 or 4 days and then head back, I'd be like, yeah. But hey, if you want to be one of my collaborators on it, let me know. I'm always looking for people to like bounce ideas off of, or if there's songs I've missed. But if you do have a favorite Canadian alternative band from the 90s / early 2000s, let me know. I'm actually curious to know what people think. I love how all the thrift stores now have like all of their I actually like that painting. That's a really nice one. I'd go for that. But they have all their Halloween costumes out on display. So that one we just passed is the Yonge Street Mission. Yonge Street Mission. But this is also where they have their center. So if you're doing a good little community center, but you know, very much steeped in a religious basis. But if you can tolerate that, that's fine. That's always good. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a kitsune mask. Gosh, I love that piece. That's so well done. All right, I'm in Gerrard now. let's head north. I haven't done north on Parliament yet. Maybe I have. Let's find out. All right, so the other day, me and Joel had an evening, and we maybe tasted some shiitakes. Wink, wink. But I decided to put on. We were originally gonna watch. What were we originally gonna watch? We were originally gonna watch The Sixth Sense, and I was just like, no, The Sixth Sense is not like a Shroomy movie. You need to put on something more in depth. So we put on Moulin Rouge. And my God, that movie is perfect for that kind of experience. Like, it's so colorful and vibrant and energetic, but it's also so like genuine in a way that I don't even think they can make movies anymore. But yeah, just really, really gorgeous. From now on, I'm just like, you know what? Nothing but musicals. Nothing but like big, genuine, happy, colorful musicals. And not like bad good musicals like the Phantom of the Opera one with Gerard Butler and Emmy Rossum. No, you need like, I don't know, maybe Chicago. Chicago might be good. But even Chicago's not quite colorful enough. It's very red. That's kind of my problem with Tron. Oh my God, did anyone see Tron Ares? Ugh. It was... For the first hour, I think it was probably one of the most tedious movies I've ever seen. And then the second half, I found it picked up a little bit. You need to watch Paprika 2006, trust me. I will trust, I'm just like, I've seen your thumbnail. And just like, that's perfect. Yeah, I trust you implicitly with this kind of information. I only saw the old 80s Tron, was it 90s? I mean, Tron was 80, I believe Tron was 85 or 84? I don't think it's as old as I am. Sorry, I think it's a little older than I am. But I don't think I'm as old as it, is what I was trying to think of saying. But yeah, Tron Ares was visually very nice at points, but just primarily red. And I'm just like, I feel like maybe the people who were making it were on, you know, something, because it doesn't quite hold up. The problem was I could see the germination of a good movie in there. And it just, it sucks to watch something and be like, this is how this could have been better. But I've always had like a really good ability to script doctor other people's works. But yeah, I need to actually start doing that for my own work now. Especially if I'm going to do this book a month thing. If I do that, I might actually have to go home and start. The next one's ready to go. I just need to make a cover for it and then order some copies of the book and then get it out there. But yeah, from there, we'll see what else we have. Oh, so specific a welcome. My friend invited me to a pup night. And I'm just like, huh. I mean, maybe? I don't know. I've never had much interest in the pup scene, but I've always known it exists. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't know if... It could be like... It could be like bulgogi. How do you know you're gonna like it unless you have it and try it for the first time? I knew saying bulgogi would trigger someone. I still have to try it. Literally one of my favorite food items. Nice. That's a really cute mural. I like that one a lot. I'll tell you what, if I haven't tried it, I guarantee I'll probably try it in the next couple weeks or so. But if I haven't tried it by the time I get to Nova Scotia, we will absolutely go and get bulgogi. Or if you're here, we'll get bulgogi. There must be a place here that sells It's also just so much fun to say. So anytime you can say it, take advantage, because like, if nothing else, it's a fantastic name. Bulgogi. There's a place called Let's Go in Sackville, best bulgogi I've ever had. True bulgogi is such a good time. I can't wait to try it. I think I've had it as like a part of a fried rice thing, but that guy gave me the dirtiest look. I'm just like, dude, get over yourself. Wish I could send a pic and chat. I mean, this has always long been a debate in the walk tubing community. Is just like, what do you do about the pedestrians that are all around you at all times? And I'm just like, I'm slowly learning to just not care. I'm just like, I'm not hurting you. This is forming an archive of the city in its own way. And the more of us who have this out there, the more archive of the city there is, and the better it becomes. So I think there's something kind of nice about it. So if you happen to be on camera at some point, other people like 100 years ago, or 100 years from now, can look back and see what happened. And, well, by that point, I'm sure AI will be so good that you'll be like, find my grandfather, and every video that they ever appeared in will probably pop up. But, you know. Oh, congratulations, Keegan. That's wonderful. What is the show, by the way? It's not the Great Gatsby, is it? I don't know if I told you this, Keegan, but I've actually officially signed on to Rob McCubbin's roster now. So my old drama teacher is now my agent, which is just hilarious. And it's like, I'm here because of you. The Great Gatsby, a live radio play at Trinity Church. Yeah, am I his best client yet? No, I am far from it. But I also need to get new headshots already again, because as soon as he signed me, I changed my look. And I'm just like, I now have a look that I feel really works for me. But yeah, I haven't actually been able to update anything. And so he's been waiting on me to get like, he wanted me to have something that was specifically like a business person and a best friend and like me as the lead. I was talking to someone, hopefully we'll be able to take the pictures in the next couple days, but yeah, I haven't been the best client that way. Also, I've just like, okay, since starting the whole walk tubing thing, I've already lost like 15 pounds and I'm just like, I already look different. So I'm just like, ugh. It's so tedious. But that being said, walk tubing is so much fun. And it actually gets me out of the house and I can do things, and I kind of feel like I'm building a community with people, which is nice. Or like I come on and I just like, my deputy's always here. Juanita, you're the best. I just like, I don't know. So many people have come out to support me with this already. It's very exciting. I like doing it. And yeah, I don't want to be like too gushy, but it feels like I've actually stumbled into something I'm good at and I enjoy doing. So I just need to keep doing it as long as my legs still work. That is the key. But yeah, I'm almost halfway to monetization. So if I get to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, then like that's a good, it's good. And then that will be where I can kind of start doing it. It does mean that there will be an ad that plays whenever I start one of these and you hop on, but that's just, you were less than 100 subscribers when I joined. I remember because you said you weren't able to stream. Yeah, like it's grown quickly, which is nice. And I'm just like, oh, Harjot's here. Hey buddy, good to see you. But yeah, it's grown fast, which is great. And it's like the big thing is I just, as cliche as it is, I'm just like, you just put one foot in front of the other. And then that's where things start. So, oh. I don't know, I'm getting sappy now. It's like, oh, I enjoy this. I really do. So. And see, that's my favorite thing, is where someone pops into the chat and says hello, and then everyone else says hello. I'm just like, yeah, there it is. This is how people in their 30s make friends. We hang out online and we watch other people walk. Gosh, sorry, if you guys can hear me sniffling the whole time, I'm really sorry. Literally my septum piercing has been aggravating a runny nose, which just makes both things so much worse. So, no, it's been good. Where can I go from here? I can go over to, I mean, I'm right by the village again. How many times do I have to walk up through the village? Well, that's where I'm going after this, is I'm meeting my friend Christian at a coffee shop in the village. So I'm just like, that's not until 3, so I got some time. And I'm thinking I have 30 minutes? What can I do for 30 minutes? I can do over to Young and then up to, I can do Young up to Bloor and then double back to church, which might be good, but yeah. If anyone has any strong preferences, let me know. Otherwise, at this point, I might just walk over and see where we go from here. So, Joan? Hi!
Matti, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
Sorry, just streaming right now, but
course.
lovely to see you.
Good to see you too.
I was actually just thinking about you the other day. It's good to see you. It's Joan. Oh, I love her. We worked together at Snakes and Lattes, and she was absolutely, she knows more about board games than anyone, like, period. Like, just point blank, period. Absolute genius. God, I hope she still likes games. That was my issue, is that board game cafes absolutely killed my love of board games. But aw, she looks great. I'm happy for her. Acquired drinkable yogurt. Amazing. So is that, wait. When we were growing up and they had Yop, I don't know if you remember Yop, but like, was that just kefir? Was that all it is? We have a board game cafe here. Nice. Yeah, I haven't actually been to a board game cafe in a long time. I do love board game cafes though. I know someone who made a board game called Yogi. Yes, I am drinking Yop now. Amazing! See, I'm surprised, knowing that they have that, I'm just like, I am kind of surprised that Yop hasn't created a, like, why doesn't Yop have a kefir? That seems like such a logical choice. See, Joan's one of those people who I'm just like, man, I really hope that, like, she's not just like, ugh, that guy. But I would absolutely understand if she was. I am pretty obnoxious, in the best way. I mean, it's all natural. I've gotten very used to talking to myself in the street while holding a phone, like prying into other people's faces. And just like, there's something really nice about these. Like, just look at the colors turning. Oh, we hit 30 people. Oh, yay. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Good to have you. Gonna cross the street, try not to get hit by a car. Is it wrong that there's a part of me that's just like, watch out, Johnny Strides, I'm coming for your title? But no, no one can top Johnny Strides. He has, frankly, way too much of a leg up. That was a perfect joke, and if you didn't appreciate it, that's your problem. I've been on the 1% milk hard. I used to love, like, I love milk. The two things I loved most growing up was peanut butter and milk. Oh, sorry, and bananas. Peanut butter banana sandwich, like, dang, it slaps so hard. Apparently Elvis used to like fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches, and I'm just like, I haven't tried that before. But now after saying that, I'm just like, I think I know what I'm gonna have for lunch when I get home in like 4 hours when it's time for dinner. I should have ate something this morning. This could also be the other reason I'm losing weight. I think Eddie mentioned that person before. Yeah, Johnny Strides is kind of like the person who started the whole walk tubing trend. And so we all owe him a great reverence. And yeah, because of him, Eddie started. And then because Eddie started, now I'm kind of able to do this as well. And the great thing is I feel like we all have our own unique perspectives. And so, yeah, I think peanut butter and margarine sandwich, I cut the crust off and put butter on the edges too. Is he in Toronto as well? He is, actually. No, he's a bit of a legend. You go on his live streams and he has like hundreds of people there at any given time. I'm just like, that's too many. But also maybe one day. I know, really nice guy. One day I'll meet him and I'll be like, oh my God, hi. No time soon, but maybe one day. I know, definitely a very nice guy. I feel like my perspective is I guess I'm just myself. But I am enough of a unique flavor to like have some people turn off me immediately, but have some people being like, ooh, he's bulgogi. And I'll be like, yes, I is. Oh no, it's starting to rain a little. That's okay. Hopefully it doesn't get too... I mean, this is my first time testing the gimbal in the rain with the camera. So I might cut this short. I might just go up to cafe our hours and then just end the stream when I get there. But I tried looking up Halifax walkers, but I don't think there are any. Yeah, it's kind of like a niche thing right now. But like, would Halifax be big enough? I thought Halifax was more of like a car city. So if it is, that might make it a problem to be a walk tuber there. But yeah, I will say, I do want to get to Halifax. And as soon as I can, I will be there, but we will see how it goes until I get there. I wonder, I had a friend from Calgary. He used to run the Orlando Fringe. His name is Michael Marinaccio. And I think he applied to be the director of the Halifax Fringe. But, yeah. It's a car city, definitely, except downtown, maybe. I mean, I don't know about people doing drive tubing, but if you had like a little scoot, that could do well. You could do like little scoots around Halifax. That'd be fun. Well, it's funny because even when I did, about a month ago, me and Joel were visiting his family in Fredericton. And so I did my Fredericton streams out there. And they went really well. But I'm just like, one of them is literally just walking around like this little rural road where there's absolutely like nothing. So, yeah. My friend lives in Halifax area and says there's 440,000 people living in Halifax. It's a walkable city. It's not very big, but it's very hard density, the areas around Halifax and outside of. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, it's my first time walking in the rain, so hopefully we don't get too much of an issue. We will find out. If my gimbal breaks, I will cry. I don't go downtown much anymore because parking is difficult. I mean, kind of like, I feel like that's kind of the sentence right there. I feel like a lot of places these days aren't designed for people to be like, oh, they should easily be able to walk to everything they need in 15 minutes. It's very much along the lines of, oh, families need privacy. And I'm kind of not jiving with that mindset anymore. I find that as someone who is queer, the idea of a detached home is actually for me more anxiety inducing than just having a place, like having an apartment or something that's around community. Because, I don't know, maybe that's the difference between, like, a lot of people want a family home because they think that that will be like a good way to instill community and a good way to kind of bring children up, which it absolutely is. There's no wrong way to do it. But when you're doing it in a city, or if you're doing it in something like Toronto, like apartment buildings are very conducive to building community because you are constantly living in and around and with other people all the time. So I don't know if there's a right way to do it. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it, but it's always different. Everywhere is different and unique and special, and yeah, they all have benefits and they all have problems. So in the suburbs, though, it would take an hour or two to walk downtown. Yeah, that's a little far. Apparently in Fredericton, they actually had like a path that I started to explore, and it goes from like all the way to the like Odell Park, which is where I started, and apparently it goes all the way downtown. I was just like, that's brilliant. That's really cool. And like the paths are apparently really well maintained, and that's absolutely wonderful. Getting here a little earlier than I think I expected, but that's fine. Christian will wait for me. Or I will wait for him, is what I meant to say. Man, I think it's cold enough. I might have to switch my order from iced coffee to regular. Oof. It's a dark day indeed, my friends. A dark day indeed. Oh, aw, puppies. We have a trail system that goes from Halifax to like Bridgewalker, which is like 100 kilometers. Well, I won't do that live, but I might do that someday. That'd be fun. Like, there was a part of me that was debating on getting a secondary camera that would flip around so people could see me as I'm walking. Would you like to walk in any other places for a change of pace? Oh, of course. I feel like any city I go to from here on in, I'm gonna probably spend an hour or two exploring it on foot every day. But like, I've already been talking about going potentially to New York to see a friend. And just like, gosh darn, that would be cool. People can easily live in the area that they wish, despite living 2 or 3 blocks away from those areas in the more affordable region of those areas. That's the great thing about Toronto, you do. Yeah. Yeah. No.
He didn't even dare.
Here's my other thing. There's a part in my brain that's just like, why the heck did you think that potentially releasing a book every month for a year was a good idea? And just like, I didn't, but maybe soon. My friend dropped off homemade bread yesterday. Oh my God, is there anything better than homemade bread? Actually, there might be one thing. There is a very specific kind of bread that is sold at a very specific kind of bread that's sold at a place up here called Wistful Thinking, and it is delicious. Oh my God, it is so good. It is absolutely fantastic. So if you ever get the chance to go there, it is absolutely spectacular. Ugh. Yeah, rain's kicking in, so. So I do apologize that this will cut this short a little bit, but at least we will always have New York. What's the phrase? What's the quote? I don't remember. I'm glad I took a shower before I left, because now I get another shower now. It's like 2 for the price of 1. But yeah, problem with having a septum piercing is that as soon as you get a septum piercing and you get a runny nose, everything is awful forever, because you can't blow your nose without irritating your septum piercing, and it's not like it stops because you're in pain. So thanks, body. We appreciate that. It appears someone's wearing a sleeping bag in front of us, which, you know, power to them. They're around Barber Hall Park, so it's not something that's unexpected, shall we say. But yeah, definitely thinking getting inside, getting warm. If it's not raining later, maybe I'll try to do another mini stream, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. So for that, thanks for joining. It was lovely to have you, and I shall see you all, if not later, then very soon. And until then,